Namaskar. Welcome to this English edition of PGurus on Monday and Ask Sumit series. What we are going to discuss, we're going to discuss 5 or 7 interesting topics, and it's going to be a hell of a ride. The first thing is, I have to tell you of the most elite division of Pakistan Army, which we have come to know, and it's a breaking news and it's breaking the internet. Even CIA, MI6, Mossad, everybody, including RAW, are very curious to know what is this dangerous division of ISI going to be and what is the task that Shahbaz Sharif and Asim Munir have assigned them. We're going to break the silence, but give us a minute. Then after that, we have been talking about Faiz Hamid is in jail and they want him to testify against Imran Khan. I think they've cut some deal. Faiz Hamid's trial has started. Now, will he save his skin and will he save the backside of his boss? That is to be seen. If he saves his skin, the deal is cut, his brother, and he'll be out. Imran will be sent to gallows. So, story of Imran Khan, either Banigala or direct meeting with Bhutto. Which Bhutto? Not Bilawal Bhutto. His grandfather, his Nanaji, who was hanged. So, you don't have to confuse with the Bhutto. This is the other Bhutto, right? Now, here in America, there's an interesting turn that Jagmeet Singh has started threatening Trump. Now, out of all the people left in Canada, Jagmeet Singh's threatening Trump that, we will retaliate and Canada has territorial sovereignty, our country is not for sale and all. And he's the same one who wants Khalistan in India. So he should cut a Khalistan first in Canada and then talk about India. Now, interestingly, after that, we are talking about a very sensational and a serious development of the missile tree of Iran. What is this missile tree of Iran and what is inside this missile tree of Iran? In the meanwhile, there are some updates on Russian-Ukrainian front, there are some updates on American front, and then after that, we go to Israel and the Middle East. In Middle East, Benjamin Netanyahu has already spelled the beans. He has told something which upsets a lot of paradigms. What is that? We're going to talk about that. And last but not the least, our Chief of Army Staff, General 𝗜𝗍𝗍𝗍, is very clear, saying Pakistan is epicenter of terrorism. Yes, there has been spike in the valley. We have controlled it. Now, Pakistan is running 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗥𝗏 and 𝗥𝗘𝗙. Now, they don't know what to do, how to perpetuate terror. Now, and India stands ready to meet any challenges which are from military, covert, overt, whatever Pakistan has in its kitty, bring it on. That is a very clear and subtle message from India. This is all what we are going to discuss briefly, but as a kind of a synopsis, we'll come and discuss in detail. I'll hand it over to Sree sir for his introductory remarks.
Thank you so much, Sumit. Welcome to episode 42 of Ask Sumit. And we're going to start by looking at what this elite division of the inter-services intelligence is up to. We know that they have done a lot of mischief in Bangladesh. That's an issue that will be covered in a separate episode. But today, what we're also going to look at is Faiz Hamid going to sell his boss down the river to save his own neck? So all these things, point to a lot of intrigue. I mean, come on now, Pakistan, since 1947, August 14th, the day they become independent, there's no shortness of intrigue. Somebody's always plotting against somebody.
Well, Sree sir, I have to steal your argument and say this is true in the Islamic world. When the Islamic world, there's nothing called peace. Because you see, the selection is always an elimination. Either it's natural or it's engineered. I will call it engineered elimination. Let's not call it murder or something. Engineered elimination. Your point.
Yeah, I wonder if you had a chance to look at my Shukracharya video that I had suggested.
Fantastic. I send a note to you, and I must say, viewers, you must watch that. I think there's a lot of work and effort which has gone into that. That is a lot of research. We are also talking about the people where the research is taken from. And if you look into the things and compare it with today's geopolitical scenarios, you will see there's a hell lot of relevance. It makes a lot of sense. When I looked at it, I could not believe it. I watched it over 3 or 4 times because Mr. Iyer told me, Sumitji, watch it till end. So I said, no, I didn't give me time. When I watched it once, second, twice, I said, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So I would recommend you to watch that video. And if that is the kind of, we get your endorsement, I think we can come up with many more such sensational revelations which are going to blow our minds off. That is my commitment to you.
Yes, and it's coming to a language near you. So stay tuned. Over to you, sir.
Sir, in the name of Bhagwan Sree Ganesha, we'll do the Sree Ganeshas of today's our podcast and vlog. Now, what we are talking about is, friends, we know ISI has a very notorious reputation for being the biggest troublemaker in the world, being the only intelligence agency which sold opium, being the intelligence agency which sold girls, which sold weapons, which did kidnappings, which did political extortion, and which even did hired killing. So these are some of the feathers in the cap for ISI. Basically, ISI is a government-operated rogue terrorist agency. The biggest rogue terrorist agency, which is government operated and has a national uniform, is ISI. That is what ISI is about. Now, they are much dangerous than Hezbollah, Hamas, and all of these jihadis together. By the way, these all ISI men are jihadis. There's no difference between them and Hassan Nasrallah. So, ISI chief and Hassan Nasrallah, the only difference is one has a beard, one had a beard, second one is clean shaved. And I always say that bina dadi mooch ka mullah zyada khatarnak hota hai. The mullah without dadi and mooch, clean shaved mullahs are more dangerous because they live in a disguise. If you look at all the Pakistani prime ministers, ministers, all the ISI chiefs, all of them were clean shaved. I mean, why to blame Nasrallah in hell for having a beard? Well, that is, Nasrallah is gone. Now this ISI, after having done a wonderful service for Pakistan, in disrupting Pakistan, in dismantling Pakistan, in stealing the bricks of Pakistan, which Pakistan was built on. Now, the current government of Pakistan has given them a very, very high-profile task. And, and this is in the backdrop where, friends, there is no opium to be sold. The opium of Afghanistan is gone, which used to be their main lifeline and main stream of revenue. So what are these nicompops up to? Well, there is an elite division which is being formed. It has ISI, it has military intelligence, it has Pakistan's FI, Federal Investigation Agency, it has some police units, and it has SEPCO, one more body. Now, this elite division, which is being formed into Pakistan, has been tasked into Pakistan. Now, with a task, with a mission, which is very, very strategic to Pakistan because it contains 2.4 trillion. No, hold on. It's not dollars. Pakistan cannot have $2.4 trillion. It's 2.4 trillion rupees. And 600 billion, again Pakistani rupees, not dollars. Hold your horses, not dollars. Of a project which has been going on Pakistan is the grave national security risk to Pakistan. And these people have been assigned the job of going and finding people who are stealing the free bijli or free power. Power theft is their mandate. So this elite unit of ISI, military intelligence, federal intelligence agency, police and SEPCO, with a CEO from a Pakistan Aviation Authority, which is again an army general, their elite job is to go and find people who are stealing power from the power lines. Because Pakistan has a problem of 2.4 trillion rupees has gone into this power business down the drain. And yearly it is around 800 billion Pakistani rupees, which are siphoned out of the system. So ISI, so Kashmir and all the people of the world can breathe easy. Now ISI will be going from every goli, kocha and mohalla and checking the kanta. Kanta is that hook which they put on the electric wires and try to steal the power. So now ISI officers will be now riding a donkey along with a military intelligence buddy and trying to go, Bijli ka bill diya kya? Have you paid your Bijli bill? Show me the Bijli ka bill. Let me check your meter. Let me run a test. Let me put a small payload and see is your. I mean, I cannot imagine the situation. These people of ISI who are above the army, once our ISI chief told the army chief, look, buddy, I don't need your money, right? I have my own money. I don't need ISI. This is what they are going to do. Pakistan ke bijli chor, Pakistan ke bijli chor, Pakistan ke bijli chor. Iska naam Hindi mein hoga bijli police. Bijli police in Hindi means electricity police. These guys will be bijli police of Pakistan. They will be going after letter and order and checking. No, don't steal. Don't steal. This is what ISI, military intelligence, Federal Investigation Agency and police and one unit of the aviation authority is going to do. See power theft. No, there is one person missing, Sachin Bhai, very rightly put. We must also have a beard Molana in it. So he will do that thook and thook. Thoo and thoo. Thoo, 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 thoo. So we'll also need a thook expert. So let's have these all people go check the bijli trap. I mean, really, guys, I have very difficult for me to control my laughter because this is mind-boggling. Can you believe this? You put the elitist of the elitist agencies of your country to control power. But this is Pakistan. Anything can happen about it. This is Jinnah's Pakistan. Jinnah was the only. Jinnah was a very great man. He married his. He eloped with his friend's underage daughter. All the sisters lived in India except one. He was a beef. He was a Shia. He used to eat pork. He used to have wine, and he did everything and anything which Quran never permitted. So that is Jinnah for them. That is the Qaeda. That is the forefather of Pakistan. If you are such great people to look up to, the future generations will be on a fantastic path. And thank you, Mr. Jinnah, for making them do what these are. Honestly, if world was a circus, Pakistan would be the loin. If some billionaire gets the idea, you must sell tickets to Pakistan. Go and see Pakistan. People will pay a ticket to go and see Pakistan. This is what is happening in Pakistan. That is the point number one. The point number two, which we are going to come to, is after this elite division of Pakistan, we are come to Faiz Hamid. Faiz Hamid is the former boss of ISI. He is the one who went to Afghanistan and said, look, the shackles have been broken. We're very happy. Imran is very happy. Afghanistan has been liberated and all. He is the one who cut a deal with 𝗪𝗡𝗙𝗪, promising them these a few thousand of your fighters will be accommodated in KPK. We are not going to touch them. And he is the one who was soon they will have easy solution to power. They will not have any power, no power. Bilkul, no talk, less mistake, no talk, no mistake. This is the Chinese culture. When you when you go for a meeting in China, everybody will be like this. The first time you get, why nobody talks? Then you realize less talk, less mistake, no talk, no mistake. The boss will only say. He will indicate so that nobody knows what he has said. So Ranga sir, you are right. Inter-Bijli Agency. Yeah, sir. Chatterjee Saab is absolutely right. IBI, Inter-Bijli Intelligence. Wow. This is a good one. So I will call them IBI. Chatterjee, see? Sir, I'd say I will call them IBI. This is your word given. Like our Kesar Bhai gave us DTH service. Now this is IBI. I'm giving credit to the people who gave these words. So IBI, Inter-Bijli Agency. Now this IBI chief or ISI chief, Faiz Hamid, was in charge. And he was very common with Pashtuns. His brother is a businessman. And his family is quite well placed in the business. Again, in the business of loot, plunder, political extortion, drugs, everything what they do. I mean, as a family business. Now, he was picked by the Pakistan army because Faiz Hamid was not considered loyal to the current dispensation. And he was very loyal to Imran Khan. Faiz Hamid was promoted 2 steps ahead to his tenure. 2 people were bypassed and he was promoted. So Faiz Hamid, being a Imran Khan's guy, carried that legacy. And when Imran Khan was put behind bars, now, Faiz Hamid was, if you remember, I think it was around 12th of or 10th of August this year, when he was put in jail. I told you that they put the allegations that, they were planning a big move to topple the government on 14th of August, 2024. And all the activities of Pakistan army which were getting failed in Balochistan, KPK, all the unknown gunmen which are acting in Pakistan are helped by Faiz Hamid. Now, I want to ask Pakistanis, it is almost 8 months, 5-6 months. Faiz Hamid is in your jail. Your Pakistani army is getting more slaughtered. More of your men are dying. More of your civilians are dying. And unidentified gunmen are very unhappy. They wrote an email to me saying, Sumit bhai, ask this TTP and BLA and BLF to leave something for us. We are getting unemployed. What are we going to do? If they are killing everybody, at least let us some people. I say, okay, let me talk to them. I'll appeal to these guys, leave somebody for them. So this is what is happening in Pakistan. Now this person was taken and put in a jail. Was put in a jail. First they said, okay, he is there because we believe that on 14th August he is going to cause a ruckus. My point of view was it is about 14th August, then within a month or 10 days of that, he'll be let go. If he is not let go, remember I told you on a PGuru episode, if it is not let go, then he is there for a long haul. In 5, 10, 15, 20 days, either Faiz Hamid is out, otherwise he is there for a long haul. Now looks like he is there for a long haul. What has happened in the meanwhile? Army has been talking to Faiz Hamid. His brother is there. They've sealed his assets and all. The deal is with Faiz Hamid is very simple. Look, buddy, you have to go and testify against Imran Khan. You testify against Imran Khan, we'll say the former ISI chief, IBI chief, Inter-Bijli Agency chief, has kind of testified against the Imran Khan. And now, being a person who is as equal to the army chief of Pakistan, in fact, there was a time, 2-3 years back, ISI was more powerful than army because ISI did not need money from army. From their opium trade and from their smuggling and all the illegal activities they used to do, they could have even funded the army. So ISI never did any budget from army. So he was a person who was more powerful than army. He was a person who was more autonomous than the army. He said, look, now you have to go and testify against Imran Khan. We have put some allegations against him. The biggest allegation is the mayhem which was happened when the core commander was attacked, there was arson and all. We put all those allegations on Imran Khan. We will say that Imran Khan orchestrated all this. You are going to say, yes, he did, and it was in cahoots with India or America or name anybody there. It doesn't matter. And it's a grave national security risk and it's a treason. That will give us the privilege or the possibility of trying Imran Khan in a military court. And in a military court, it's a one-way ticket. Nobody comes out in Pakistan. So this will be the best way to put a shortcut to Imran Khan. Or parallelly, we are doing talks with Imran Khan's people, telling him, we'll send you to Banigala. No politics, no media, nothing. Just go and talk to your girlfriends for a whole day. Smoke whatever you're smoking or smell whatever you're smelling, wine or line, whatever you want, and be happy. So these are the two deals what we are going to discuss with Imran Khan. Now, this was happening. Imran was saying, no, I don't want, I want full autonomy, I want this authority. You have a point, Saji.
Yeah, Sumit, did you know what the latest incident with the unknown army?
Yeah. Bataiye, sir.
Okay, here's a quick shorts for you. Can you play the shorts, please? Amarullah Khan, the number 2 accused in the 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗆 hijack to Kandahar, was sent to heaven, sent to the 72 horse by unknown gunmen. Well, why am I saying this thing? Well, it's finally closure for one of the pilots, Devi Sharan, who retired yesterday. And also, it's a reminder that it doesn't matter how long it takes, the accounts will be settled. Why am I saying this thing? Well, some in Bangladesh, supported and encouraged by the ISI, are thinking that they can exterminate Hindus. First of all, the Hindus are innocent in this case. They had nothing to do with anything, and yet you believe that just because they are not Muslim, that they are worth doing whatever it is that you think you can do to them. Well, remember that the Indian government has a very long memory, and this also will be accounted for. It's just a matter of time. You can continue doing what you're doing, and this includes Mr. Yunus also. You can continue doing what you are doing, but the accounts will be settled one day or the other. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Perfect. I agree. The Indian government has a memory of an elephant and the hands of infinity. It doesn't matter where you are and who you are. Your accounts will be settled. And so Faiz Hamid basically, now we were knowing that this is happening. Now what we come to know that Faiz Hamid will be presented in front of a court. Now, August, September, October, November, December, January. What took you 6 months to present to him a court? Because you were trying to cut a deal with them. Now, what is the deal Faiz Hamid has cut? There are 2-3 options. Faiz Hamid will do a serious charge against Imran Khan. In the meanwhile, remember, last or around week or 10 days back, Miller, who is the press representative of the Biden administration, had tweeted and made a statement. We are not happy with civilians being treated in Pakistan military courts, and we are watching for it. I think it came after, possibly when we made a sensational revelation that Imran Khan will be tried in military court, and we told you that they're trying to cut a deal with Faiz Hamid. Will he testify against Imran Khan or not? That's the deal which is being cut. Now, the negotiations are happening in the backtrack. Now, looks like Faiz Hamid has agreed to something. What can he do? He can come and act neutral and Faiz go to gallows and meet Bhutto, the senior Bhutto, the Nanaji of Billorani. You know what did they do with Bhutto after the Shimla agreement? They hanged him. And he takes all the fall. Second thing is he testifies against Imran Khan. They cut a deal with him, and possibly they leave him with one leg and one arm broken or amputated or something, and he can leave Pakistan. Or third thing is he can take a part of charge on himself and a part of charge on Imran Khan. So he will get 3, 4, 5 years, get a few $1 billion, a new passport, a new life somewhere in the world. And after 5 years, he's a free man. Of course, he will have to spend a few years in jail and then live freely till the time somebody doesn't realize that he is becoming a threat or he can spill the beans. If he becomes a threat or spills the beans, he'll be eliminated. These are the 3 possible options for Mr. Hamid. So what does Hamid decide? Hamid, does he want to meet his good old mentor and friend Bhutto? He can do that. Does he want to see Imran Khan sent to gallows? Well, that will be a painful day, but he can see that. Or does he want to have a few years in jail and a beautiful life after that, maybe with a British or Italian wife? Well, that is possible. We can accommodate for that. Depends on the deal what he wants to get in. So these are all possibilities. Sree sir, if you want a Filipino wife, I would not recommend that. Not Filipino.
You remember that incident that happened? Faiz Hamid was with his girlfriend.
I was about to talk about that when his wife shot him. I said, look, Filipino wives are
In
very
the
dangerous.
most inconvenient area. Couldn't sit down for a long time.
I think 6 months he could not sit on a chair. So
Yeah.
that's why I said British or Italian, because they will move on. It's a Filipino or a Thai, she can do worse than the Pakistani wife. Maybe she can does do some permanent damage, which can be irreversible. You know what I mean? So I would not recommend that for the old man. So that's the on the serious note, that is what is happening with Faiz Hamid. So it's a interesting turn of events. I think third option is most likely going to happen. And I have also one prediction about Middle East today, which I'm going to make. Third option is likely going to happen. He will take a bit of a jail term, and Imran Khan will take the brunt of it. And after a few years, he will have a life and he will live heavily after and disappear from the scene. That is what is going to. And his brother, his brother-in-laws, his entire family is under the hand of 𝗥𝗙𝗄𝗎 Munir. It's not about himself only. It's about the entire clan, which is at ransom. I mean, that's Pakistan for you. So that is the important development for Faiz Hamid. But if Faiz Hamid is hit very badly, the implications will come from Afghanistan, the implications will come from Tehrik-e-Taliban. But there's one more message 𝗥𝗙𝗄𝗎 Munir will send. Because Taliban and TTP has been always quoting Faiz Hamid. We cut a deal with Faiz Hamid, get Faiz Hamid. Now, if Faiz Hamid is treated like this, is a very strong message to Taliban and Tehrik-e-Taliban, there's no deal. The man is gone. Talk to me. So how will Tehrik-e-Taliban and Taliban respond to it? That is something to be seen. I think their response will be quite harsher and the things are going to escalate around the Durian line. But if you are willing to trade off your territory, then it doesn't matter to you. If even the things escalate, how the hell are you bothered? That is what my analysis of this is. After that, I'm also looking at watch a lot of things to come. Now, after that, we move to Canada, wherein Mr. Jagmeet Singh, the infamous Jagmeet Singh, has threatened Trump. He said, look, Canada is a sovereign country. Our country is not for sale. And if you put tariffs on us, Canada is going to retaliate. And if there are some other implications, we'll retaliate. In a way, he's kind of giving a kind of a military threat to America that Canada will retaliate. Now, let me remind you, Jagmeet Singh, 90% of your exports go to United States of America. You have only one export destination, 90% United States of America. There are a few $100 billion which Americans spend every year to subsidize. And you are protected because you're the next door neighbor of America. If you are not what you were, swear to God, Chechens will come and take you over. I'm giving this idea to Chechens. There's a country called Canada. And for you guys, these people are, if Trump pulls the hand, go and take them on. I am very sure Canadian army and police is no match to you. You don't have to send a full Russian brigade or armada. Just Chechens are good enough to capture Canada. I'm telling with a lot of conviction at my command. So, Jagmeet Singh, before they make you run for your life, or before you have to convert to Islam, because you already have the beard and just a little of makeover, you will convert to Islam. Before you convert to Islam and live the life of a mullah, watch your words. Because Trump might be giving you olive branch, which might not last long. And if you mess it up again, and if you talk of retaliation and military and all, I think you are high on something which was found in this, which was that Canadian province, where the biggest this drug
Vancouver.
Where the biggest drug factory was found, right?
British Columbia.
Where the biggest drug factory was found. Looks like they are regular suppliers to somebody. Because if this person is talking like this, means he is high on some white powder, which is very dangerous for health. And I hope it is not made from China, because an overdose can be lethal. If it's an opium product, you can still survive. But if it's a Chinese synthetic product, no chance. So, buddy, watch out and control your doses, control your intake and outtake, because things can get very tough. And if these people and the Americans stop protecting you, there are so many people in the Middle East who love your country so much, who love your woman so much. Sorry, I have to be very direct. Who love everything about you so much. They will love to come there, right? And which I'm mentioning about. They are dying to reach your country. Thank God you are protected by America and you are next door to America. So Jagmeet Singh, so whoever is the next Prime Minister of Canada, I would request you, find a boat, put 45 days of supply, put on the fuel and put Jagmeet Singh on a boat and let him go in one direction. Let him send to the Arctic. If he reaches the Arctic, if he survives, good. If he doesn't, whales will have a gala time. That's, whales also need some good protein. So this is what you have to do with the people like Jagmeet Singh who have lost their balance, have lost their head, and have no idea what they're talking about. Threatening America is, I mean, I only thought jihadis could do it, but I never knew that Canadian jihadis also could do it. Anyway, this is where the Canada is heading. Good. Okay, after that we move to the some interesting aspect of it. Account Settlement Service, ASS. Account settlement. It's a good one. Chatterjee ji is very creative today. Chatterjee sir, very creative sir. Good.
Oh, sorry. You can hide it. Sorry.
Okay. Now after that, from Jagmeet Singh we move to the missile state of Iran. Now what is happening in Iran is something. Before we get into Iran, I have to tell you two things. My sources have indicated Iran is planning something big. My sources have also indicated Israel might face a betrayal. I'm making these two announcements today, 13th of January 2025 on PGurus. Iran is planning something big and Israel might face a betrayal. So I think they have to be prepared on both. I have said it in the English, so it's not I only know it. There will be a lot of people who will know it. So we have to really watch out. Now, what is Iran doing? Iran is Iran is trying to show its muscle after Operation 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗧𝗧, where they protected one nuclear site, Natanz, then the other Natanz, and the other and others. They said the operation will go up to the March. Now they are talking about the IRGC commander or the head of the IRGC, who has replaced Qasem Soleimani, who now is talking about arsenal, is talking about the firepower which Americans don't know, which Americans can't imagine, and which world doesn't know. He has brought to light something very sensational today. According to IRGC, Islamic Revolutionary Guard of Islamic Republic of Iran, they say we have something called missile 𝗔. Missile 𝗔 is a 𝗔 which is quite underground, and it has those hundreds of missiles with those multiple ranges. Iran has missiles which can go up to 2,000 kilometers, 2,500 kilometers. Some claim even 3,000 kilometers. Now he says these are the ranges what we have. And this missile 𝗔, we have enough arsenal and enough stockpiles to fight big wars. And there are some weapons of Iran which Americans don't even have an idea of or can't even dream of we are having. Now, and the most sensational part is, according to IRGC, they claim we have hundreds of such 𝗔s. So we are talking of super big ammunition dumps, underground, hundreds, let's say 200. Let's say 250. You are talking of 250 underground missile storage facilities and silos. I mean, if you look at Americans, the missile silos are somewhere around 400. I don't know how many facilities there are, the number is not out. So if I'm talking in hundreds, 200, 250, we have Iran 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks away from an atom bomb. And now I'm talking about hundreds of missile silos, and my stockpiles are completely filled. And most of my rockets are made in Iran. And I have ammunition and have enough weaponry and enough rocket fuel to make and do these rockets. It's also believed that the assembly lines and the critical assembly lines of these facilities are within the facility only. So facility doesn't only store, facility also manufactures or assembles, whichever may be applicable. So this revelation of thousands of missiles, maybe few hundred missiles in one missile 𝗔 and a few hundred 𝗔s, makes a few thousand missiles. And Iran's arsenal is quite reasonable, I would say. Now, it's not like Houthis and Hezbollahs. But there was one more school of thought which said Iran is only left with 200 to 400 ballistic missiles. Now, we don't know, is it a mere posturing or is it a real threat? I think that CIA and Mossad have to figure out what is it. It's a real posturing or real threat. But if he is talking about it, either he has nothing or he has everything. Now, is there a possibility Iran can have this? If you ask me, yes, there is 101% possibility Iran can have this. Why do I draw this inference? I am drawing my inference from Houthis. Houthis were bombed, slaughtered, smashed, blown up multiple times. Still, Houthis are filing missiles, and in the Red Sea, they are still able to file missiles on Israel. And who supplied all the arsenal to Houthis? People's Republic of China. And who buys Iran's 90% oil? People's Republic of China. And China doesn't pay Iran in dollars. China doesn't pay Iran in dollars. They pay them in yuan. What will Iran do with all the yuan? But if I am Xi Jinping, I'll say, look, I'm buying all your oil, I'll pay in yuan. You use this yuan and I can sell you the weapons. And I can route them through Yemen, I can route them through Syria, wherever. I don't have to even send them direct to you. Through Yemen and Syria, I can route them, they can reach you. So there is a serious possibility. Whatever the IRGC top boss is saying, some 20-30% of that might be true. If this is true, even if we have 30-40 such underground missile cities, and everyone has a few hundred missiles, so it makes quite a big stockpile of missiles. 4,000-5,000 missiles or 10,000 missiles, are a big number. And my friends, if Houthis can have a quasi, semi, I don't know which category to put it, kind of a hypersonic missile, what makes us believe Iran doesn't have one? What makes us trust Iran was not given one? It is given by China, there's no doubt on that. It is People's Republic of China, there can be nobody else. And all these years of oil buying of China from Iran, what is the stockpile of the missiles Iran has developed? What is the strange things Iran has? What are the weapons Iran is talking about? Look at Iran doesn't have R&D. Iran doesn't have a great capability of manufacturing weapons. But Chinese have this great capabilities of reverse engineering and making some cheap weapons which are quasi-reliable, which are not very reliable, but which are quasi-reliable, but it doesn't matter. Even if you fire 10, even if 3-4 fire, it's still okay than having nothing. And Chinese claim that they have some very fancy weapons. Again, the range, the endurance, the specs may vary, but they will have something. I mean, whatever you say, they will have something. So if this something has moved to Iran in exchange of oil, we are looking at a big problem in Middle East. And if IRGC is choosing to declare it, because IRGC wants to buy time, because they need these 1 month, 2 months, 3 months to get their bombs ready, 4 or 5. If they have 4 or 5 bombs ready, they will threaten Saudis, they will threaten Israel, they will threaten Jordan, they will threaten everybody in the world, and they can even threaten the holy city of Makkah and Medina. Remember, there are Patriot missile batteries which are operated by American soldiers, which are protecting the holy cities of Makkah and Medina. And American soldiers, Christian soldiers with Patriots are protecting holy cities of Makkah and Medina because they fear a threat. Why? They fear attack from Houthis, and they also fear an attack from Iran. Who will attack Medina or Makkah? It's not Hindus, it's not Christians, it's not Jews. The only one who can attack them is Shias. Shias can attack that, Iran can attack that. They don't believe in that form of Islam. So the things are hitting a turmoil. Now imagine if Iran comes up with this Houthi kind of a missile, and they have a few hundred of them, let's say 300-400 such missiles. Houthis have fired 7 and they claim 5 have hit. They rather claim 6 have hit. If they have a few hundred, let's say 200-400, there can be a substantial damage which they can cause. So that is a big change in the paradigm today. And I've been always saying Iran is keeping silent. They have not used this missile, and all these are humiliated by IDF. Look, it's not a question of humiliated by IDF. They are waiting for the big day. Big day is that when you know your nuclear facilities and you will be taken out by America and Israel put together. It's not American CIA doesn't know, Mossad doesn't know, they will know. But when you're waiting for the big day, like for example, God forbid, India is not going to fire BrahMos to some terrorist group coming from Pakistan. No. India will fire BrahMos when it fits its deemed to do it. So if these people have missiles, look, draw your lessons from Houthis. Houthis have a substantial arsenal, and I've been saying you for last 6 months, Houthis have unbelievable arsenal. That's what my sources have been indicating me, and it's coming to be true. After so many bombardments for so many countries, they're still up and running. Even today, they fired the missiles. How do you defend it? And 2 days back, 20 Israeli planes again went and bombarded them. First one time, 100 F-35s won. Then US went, then France went, then UK went, and Saudis went, UAE went. Everybody bombed these teeny mini Houthis, and still they are firing. So that is something which needs a serious consideration, because if China is supplying the weapons, which it is, you might have surprises. If it is Iran telling you, I have surprises, I don't give a shit to it because they have no surprise. But if China has given them something and it can be a surprise, it must be taken seriously. And China has that capability at least to test those fancy weapons with Iran and see how accurate they are. Like they test a lot of their crap with Pakistani, so they can test a lot of their crap with Iranis also. It doesn't matter for the Chinese. And they don't have to pay for oil. You get good oil and pay these crappy Chinese weapons which are 10 in a one shot. Still, Iranis will be happy. So the kind of videos they have released today is a proof to this testimony that they have something. Otherwise, they will not come openly and talk about it. Because talking about it is putting all them on a target. So let's wait and watch. That is the missile tease of Iran, which makes us a bit jittery. Or this also can be a scene wherein you have to act, you don't have time for America and Israel. Whichever way you look at it. Sir, you wanted to make a point and I'll continue.
Sumitji, let's talk about Netanyahu and what beans did he spill? How many seeds came out?
Okay. From Iran, let's go to Netanyahu. Now we know in America, there's a big talk. There are two camps. Trump is saying 30th, 20th January, deal, 7 days. Biden is saying, yes, we are very near to a deal. American Deputy NSA says the deal is almost done. And Anthony Blinken is saying we are almost there, right? And Steve Witkoff is silent, that Trump's special envoy to Middle East. And Trump has told them on 20th January, if deal doesn't happen, I'll be breaking through into Middle East. That's what is happening. 20th January is next Sunday, right? Now, there was today a talk that the deal is done, everybody's talking. Even if you remember, Joe Biden has always spoken of deal is done, deal is done, deal is done. So all the Democrats, all the Middle East, everybody is talking deal is done. Now, with all this euphoria happening and Netanyahu meeting Trump, I think that meeting happened yesterday and they were all euphoric about the deal and all that and all, oh, it's all done, we are going to work it. Now, there is a kind of a race between Democrats and Republicans who's going to crack the deal and who's going to take the credit. But with all those euphoria happening, with everybody saying we're closer, we are reaching there, it's all done, except Philadelphia corridor, everything is settled, and this, troop movement, everything is settled, small issues which are there, timing of hostage exchange, two things remain. There is no list which is given out. Mossad chief and Shin Bet chief beating the protocol were sent to Qatar. Yesterday night, the Mossad chief's interview came where he said, let's not be optimistic, which in diplomatic language means nothing is happening. Till today, first yesterday evening, let's not be optimistic. Till today, no list is there. And now, some time back, Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu has nullified all those rumors, those scoops, those exclusive news items that a deal is near. He has said, we have not progressed on the deal. This is the latest thing. Now, who is lying? Joe Biden is lying. Anthony Blinken is lying. Jake Sullivan is lying. His deputy is lying. Qatris are lying. Al Jazeera is lying. Who are lying? Everybody from the Democratic camp seems to be lying. That's why Steve Witkoff is completely silent. He's not talking about it. Benjamin Netanyahu says we are not any near to the deal. There is no deal on the table. He even went to say there is no deal on the table. Forget the differences. Differences, okay, there are 20 points which I agreed. Therefore, we may not agree to. We can choose to agree. We may choose not to agree to. But according to Benjamin Netanyahu, he says there is no deal on the table. And remember, he has already ordered a big stockpile of weapons for himself. So if there is no deal on the table, next Sunday is Trump swearing in. So what is going to happen on Monday or within 5 days of that is something to be seen. So amidst all the efforts and all the propaganda of the Democrats, of the Qatris and all, we don't have the list. We don't know the hostages live, and there is no deal on the table. It's not about Philadelphia corridor or anything else. It's not about the IDF should be there. It's not about permanent or temporary ceasefire. It's not there. And today, adding to what Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu told, in Lebanon, we have a new president, Mr. Joseph. I think he's a Christian, if I'm not wrong. Now, Joseph has come into power with backing from Saudis. Now, Joseph says there will be no space given to Hezbollah to operate in Lebanon. We are going to take complete control. And he says Lebanese army is getting ready to take the control of southern part of Lebanon. That will be the way the IDF will leave. Then he says we will kind of go and act against Hezbollah. But today, Israeli Defense Minister Sameh again come up saying that we have seen reluctance on the behalf of Lebanese army to act against Hezbollah. In such a situation, it will be difficult for us to keep our withdrawal timelines. While as Democrats have issued a statement, yes, Israel is going to leave in time. So there's again one more paradigm which is brewing here. Now, Lebanese army is under-equipped, is understaffed, and is even not properly paid. The second highest inflation in the world is in Lebanon. In such a scenario, will they be able to act against Hezbollah? Will they be able to dismantle about Hezbollah? And What IDF is finding that when more and more they're going into villages of Lebanon, more mortars, more rocket shells, and the most troubling part is anti-tank missiles, which they have developed a technology of assembling locally. They're not very effective, but if they have a direct hit, they can be fatal. So there are hundreds and hundreds of anti-tank missiles which are being recovered. Now, IDF is having a very different objective. Politicians might say we'll withdraw, but IDF is saying there's no way we can withdraw. And even the far right-wing party, which is supporting Benjamin Netanyahu today, has put his foot down and said any ceasefire on any withdrawal will be a catastrophe for the national security of Israel. There is no way Israel can withdraw. So in a way, if you try to push me too much, I can pull the plug. And if he pulls the plug, there's no government. So this is where the Middle East kind of stands. And after Benjamin Netanyahu's statement, everything is up for grabs. And I was telling you, this is the last attempt to get a hostage release, because I think Netanyahu also stretched his too much of wealth, sending both the top boys to Qatar. But my hopes were nothing. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Sree said he wanted to make a point, and we'll conclude up.
No, just wrap up and then we'll go. I want to make a point right after that, because I think I know why Netanyahu said what he said. But please finish up your monologue, and then we'll go to, before we go to questions, I'll tell you.
Okay. Now, there's one small point I have to talk about is about Pakistan, our army chief. Our army has given a very clear message today. We know what is happening in Pakistan. We know what are they up to. We are watching the situation carefully. If there is any action, overt, covert, or direct, we are fully capable of defending the Indian borders. And whatever is in the supreme interest of India, that will be done. So I think General 𝗜𝗍𝗍 is really talking a lot of things which have not been spoken by his predecessors, but it makes a lot of sense. So Pakistan can hope, believe, and assume and presume that one more front can open from India if you kind of stretch your luck too much. Ceasefire is not permanent. We are not under no obligations to maintain and keep ceasefire to eternity. Ceasefires can move, ceasefires can happen. If Indian interests are compromised, we'll go after people within India and out there in Pakistan. That's a very loud and clear message what I can get from that. I think the first eventuality, if Pakistan again doesn't change its ways, ceasefire will not be there. That is my take on it. You wanted to make a point, sir.
It's possible that Benjamin Netanyahu is in possession of information like a latest update. Now let us take a look at what trump cards does the Hamas have. What trump cards do they have? Just only one: hostages. Now imagine if Netanyahu found out, God forbid, that nobody is alive. They're just dead bodies. These guys, actually, the Jews have a lot of rites that they perform even on dead bodies. So even if they are dead, they would still want to recover the bodies. But the position comes down drastically, right? And if you kill your hostages, then you've been basically lying all along. So there is a problem. They may have found out that, God forbid, something is not very good. I hope not. I wish, because there are some American citizens, there are some European citizens, there are some Israeli. It's a mixed bag, 40 odd people that are still believed to be alive. So let's wait and see how it goes, Sumitji. I really, really pray and hope that these people are not so stupid. I really, really believe it can't be. That means they are signing their own death warrant. Let's go to questions now.
I just want to add one line, sir, before we go to questions. What we have seen in the last few days, there's a trend. Usually they will have hostages broken into groups of 2, 3, or 4. And with these 2, 3, or 4 hostages, they will have 2, 3, or 4 Hezbollah fighters. So these 4 Hezbollah fighters will take them to wherever they think it's fine, right? And they're given a very clear mandate that, if you are dying, kill the hostages. If IDF comes to recover them, kill them all before you die. So today, nobody knows which group is holding which hostage where. Nobody knows how many of these hostages are alive, because you have no idea. Even the bodies which were found a couple of days back, they were bodies of a father and a son, 54 and 26. They were decomposed bodies. So it means they have been killed a couple of days back. And with all the pressure building up on Netanyahu about the hostages, even yesterday morning, 4 Israeli soldiers were unfortunately killed in Gaza, and 7 of them are critically injured. So in all likelihood, the death count will rise. So it might go to 5, 6, or even higher. So, even if you want to get 40 people alive, every day, every second, third day, you're losing few people here and there. So there is also one new paradigm which is shaping up in Israel. If you have people who are giving their lives today to keep you safe, how many people, for those 40 people, how many more people need to die? There's another paradigm which is coming up in the Israeli society, and it's really catching on. We have to wait and watch how does it shape up. That's my limited take.
Thank you so much, Sumit. Let's quickly go through the questions. We have lots of questions, and let's try and do it as quickly as possible. Questions, please. First one, Techno Swami wants to know happy Shur Sankrant, Makar Sankrant, Khichdi, and every variation, but the date is the same. Thank you and wish you all the same.
Wish you all the same.
Thank you, 𝗤𝗘𝗙𝗧𝗪. Most Pakistani grooming gangs were from POJK Mirpur. India should never take POJK back because it's full of 40 lakh radicals. It will mess up our J&K.
I think Rajivji, Dr. Jaishankar Sahab has told once very clearly that if we start taking the population, then everybody will come and settle in POJK. I think that was a very clear indication where the mood of the country is and where the mood of the government is. We want land, not liability. We love land, not the liability.
And there are a lot of Punjabi army men, ex-army men who have been resettled there, given land and asked to settle there. It's not easy. You will lose a few people trying to evict them. Let's go to the next question, please. Thank you, Meenakshi Rao, for your super sticker. Thank you, 𝗤𝗘𝗙𝗧𝗪 again. Most Pakistani, ye ho gaya. Next one. Peter Ramkishan, thank you so much. Peter Ramkishan, Ramkissoon, but I think it is Ramkishan. There is another Jagmeet Singh in New York City running for city council seat in District 28 in Richmond Hill, Little Guyana versus Queens. Maybe he's of Guyanese origin, possible.
Yeah, possible.
Next one. Meenakshi Rao, thank you once again for your super sticker. Magnet Rangaji wants to know, Namaskar, with resignation of Trudeau, will the equations with Bharat return to normalcy?
Not yet, because even the other side of the paradigm is not very upbeat on it, and we have to really see how the things turn up. Well, it will be, it will be a rainy day, but there won't be a storm and thunders. That's what I can say.
Next one, please. Kota Murthy wants to know, Sumitji, why was Modi not invited for Trump oath-taking ceremony? Is it any indication to future India-US relationship?
No, it's not about all the heads of state were invited. Dr. Jaishankar is going, and he will be representing India for that. And only a few leaders which have been kind of chosen, and India got the invitation. And India will be represented by Dr. Jaishankar Sahab. That is what is going to happen on here.
Karthik Viswanathan wants to know, sir, your collar mic is new and looks different. Could you give some details about this? Yes, I can. Just give me 1 second. There are lots of these USB mics available on Amazon. To look them up. They are around, I think, 3,000 rupees or something in that range. These are all, they connect to your USB port, and they are very good. And this room will echo like mad, but this one doesn't echo at all. So it's absorbing everything. It's very ideal. You can hear me very clearly. So I like it. I like it. Next one, please.
And Sree Iyer is a very tech-savvy person. Huh? You will always see new mics, new gadgets. Now, Rose, after every 3 months, everything gets outdated.
I'm trying a new skin soon. Buffed. Atul Khirwadkar wants to know, Sumit sir, it appears that US has not invited any Pakistani for Trump's installation ceremony. What it indicates?
It indicates you don't want pickpockets there, you don't want druggies, and you don't want those rapists there. It's smart of Trump. He doesn't want to waste his money with Pakistan. You know, getting Pakistan invitation will be a Eid in Pakistan. Why do you want to give them another Eid when they're already bankrupt? Let them celebrate the normal Eids. They won't have money to celebrate the third one.
Actually, he's also not inviting Keir Starmer of United Kingdom.
Yeah. He doesn't like Keir Starmer.
There are lots of things going on.
Trump doesn't, sorry, Musk doesn't like him. Musk was going after him like hell.
Invitation वापस. Muthukumar Sundaram wants to know, how long will we, Bharat, exclaim about Pakistan? Have we not developed the requisite capabilities vis-a-vis Pakistan?
Look, it's not a question of developing the capabilities vis-a-vis Pakistan. We already have. That is why you and me are safe. But when rogue nations get together, and this rogue nation is nothing on its own. If you take out the support of China, what is Pakistan? I always say, UP police is good enough to win whole Pakistan. You can send UP police there, they will get you the Islamabad and Rawalpindi. But the problem is when you have a country like China supporting them, when you have these all Islamic nations of the world which support them overtly or covertly, not within the wraps, but outside the realms of knowledge, or the visible media glare, they support them. For example, Saudis, we always hear that Pakistan has got a rollback, right? Okay, they give it money after 3 months. Did you hear any time Pakistan paid the money? All the rollbacks ultimately end up in no money. So in a way, you're also helping them, but not by giving direct zakat, which goes to jihadis. You're very subtly helping them. So you have to always realize this. And every Muslim country helps Pakistan in whatever way they can. This is the reality of life.
Next one, please. Bhaskar Verma wants to know, Iyerji and Sumitji, 𝗓𝗏 𝗓𝗏, I used to pity on our country for partition, but after seeing 20 plus crore jahils, I think it is divine intervention, so we will still have hope. What are your views?
My view on that is, Vermaji, I would quote Dr. 𝗍𝗏𝗍𝗘𝗏 𝗬𝗏, who said that the partition is incomplete without complete population transfer. This is Dr. Ambedkar. Everybody and anybody who quotes Ambedkarji forgets this very important part of it. He said there has to be a complete population transfer. So I think divine intervention is good, but still we have not completely got the Ashirwad. Some part of it is still missing. That's why we are suffering.
Next one, please. Saurabh wants to know about the two YouTubers, one male and one female, who used to get public reaction from Pakistan, got arrested and given death sentence. I heard this a few hours ago. Some channels covered it.
No idea, unless and until they have touched the wrong nerves, or they are not under the ISPR's control. Look, every YouTuber there or is under ISPR's control. They all work for ISPR, including the lipstick nail polish jihad gang. They all work for ISPR. Chota jihadi, mota jihadi, patla. They all work for ISPR. They run their agenda. In a Pakistan, you cannot run this agenda without being on their side. This was just run for as a policy was 𝗟𝗡𝗙𝗏, trying to be our side, win our hearts and minds, and at the right time use this power to mobilize people when the Ittifada will come or when the jihad has to be done. That was the whole idea. And let me tell you another thing. Now, our China ka dalal works from China. Do you think you can live in China and make videos against China? He will go missing and never to be found again. So when all these things happen, this is all BS. Sorry. These people must have gone out of their leash, and even if they are sentenced to death, I won't be surprised. Somebody can even come and put a bullet in their head, as simple as that, and the person will never be found. It's simple.
Next one, please. SN Khan wants to know, after Jagmeet Singh's recent speech on US, will US take a different stance on Pannu regarding India's request?
Possible, Mr. Khan, it is possible, because now Jagmeet has really helped, to disrupt a lot of beings, because it's what I think they all are crazy. They have gone nuts. And you see, I'll be very candid. Pannu was a CIA asset who is now useless for them. And it's a matter of time. What does CIA do? Do its rogue and useless assets, you cut them loose. After Democrats are gone, Pannu will...
We warned it. We warned them. He wants to know, doesn't 𝗥𝗙𝗪𝗏 know that there are true Hind holding major stake in Indus? As far as Taliban concerned, they are Hindustan. Our Talib brothers should feel free to take west of it.
I didn't get the question.
Samjha nahi. Yeah.
I didn't get the question.
Sorry, bhaiya. A little confusing. Next one.
Is it?
SN Khan wants to Drex is here. Sir, who do you think is about to betray Israel?
Arey bhai, Israel, I can't talk, but I think Mossad will know, Shin Bet will know. I'm just putting up in the public forum that there's a very high chance Israel will be betrayed. And you know who can betray you? The people whom you trust. Your enemies can't betray you. The only your trusted people betray you.
Well, that news about YouTubers being given the death sentence appears to be fake. Just wanted to just wanted to update you. Our editor has been checking. It looks like it's fake. Chirantan Saha wants to know, Sumitji, you supported Modi government when it restricted foreign military purchase and focused on Atmanirbhar. Then why LCA not yet delivered to IIF by HAL? Do you agree India's Atmanirbhar is too slow?
I would say that, you see, let me answer you. This is a good question you asked, Mr. Saha. Look, there are some technologies which nobody will give you if you have all the money in the world. Atmanirbhar doesn't mean that har cheez main ghar mein banaunga. I'm going to make everything at my home. Atmanirbhar means where I'm reducing the dependence in the long run and the short run. Let's say you are making this Agni 5. Will anybody sell you Agni 5? Will anybody sell you MIRV technology? Go to US, go to any market in the world. Will they sell you MIRV technology? They will not. Will they sell you Agni 5? Will they sell you hypersonic technology? No. This is not for sale. So there are some technologies which you have to make yourself, which you have to indigenize. There are some technologies which you are buying very expensive, you indigenize, cut the cost. But there are some technologies, the need of the hour is to go and buy them right now. Like we need few squadrons of aircrafts. We need a lot of 5th generation aircraft fast. And there are some very critical equipment which needs to be, which needed now. So it makes sense to buy them right now. But in the long run, you can work on yourself, on the 6th generation, or you can, there are some technologies which nobody will give you. Like for example, our Gaganyaan was a very successful launch and it is less than the cost of a Hollywood movie. So, you know, there are some technologies which you cannot buy with money. There are some technologies which you need to develop because, for example, we are importing those bulletproof jackets. Why the hell do we need to improve bulletproof jackets? And why were we buying 80% of the ammunition of Navy was getting imported? Why can't we make ammunition of Navy here? Now we are making it. So, you know, it is not either or. It is wherever and whichever. That is the logic of it.
Next one, please. 𝗤𝗙𝗻𝗄𝗧 wants to know, sir, why Jagmeet Singh on an ex-ally criticized Justin Trudeau and why warning Trump?
Because Trudeau dumped him and wanting Trump is to be prominent to come in news. And in a way, I would also look at it that Jagmeet Singh is indicating to America, I can unleash Khalistani terror on you also. Because at the end of the day, look, Canadian army is not going to fight American army. Canadian whites are not going to fight American whites. So what Jagmeet Singh has in his command? Only a handful of Khalistanis who definitely have some nuisance value and can cause some ruckus before they get taken out. But you know, these people believe in causing ruckus and hitting the headlines. And when they cause ruckus and hit the headlines, their money flows and their coffers keep on getting filled. That's what they do. They're, like I say, Pakistanis are in business of jihad. These people are also in business of trouble. Professional troublemakers.
Next one, please. Manav-san wants to know, Canada's Jagmeet Singh now calls himself a genocide survivor. Has he ever even set foot in India?
He was born in Canada. He was never born in India. So I don't know, was he talking about the Canadians which were kind of marginalizing the
making it up.
Was he talking about those thousands of mass graves where kids were found, those 4 to 5 year kids were found buried? I think if he's talking about that survival, and there was this re-engineering schools which Canada ran for almost 112 years. If that is what he's calling a genocide survival, maybe yes. I don't know which other context could he talk about.
Thank you so much, Sumit. That brings us to a close of today's program. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Let's take the Ashirwad of Mahadev.
I have to request all my friends, you have to like, share, and subscribe the video. You have to help our channel grow. And you know what all of you can do. Take a pledge that I will get 11 subscribers for PGurus channel. Just 11, just 11. 5, 5, 10, and 1, 11. And I'm sure if you can request 11 of your friends or family members to subscribe and start watching our videos, that is something which you can really, really help us. And I don't hesitate in asking for help because I know without your help, we cannot make it. And we are on a platform which has some compulsions and rules to play with. Your help can make our day. On that note, We'll keep on doing our best and trying to get you most updated world news. On that note, Bharat Mata ki jai, Vande Mataram, and Har 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 Mahadev.
Mahadev.